In this video, we're going to be taking a look at what I think will be a really interesting project for you. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating some artwork that we eventually are going to want to 3D print. And so artwork creation has to be done in a certain, very methodical way to get the results that we want to get when it comes to 3D printing. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a PNG file and converting it to an SVG file so that we can then bring the SVG file into our slicer, which in this case I'm going to be using Bamboo Studio, and then we're going to 3D print the artwork. And what we're making in the video is a medallion for a hype chain. My daughter is big into Bluey, and so for Christmas, we got her a bunch of Bluey gifts, and we got her a whole outfit. We got her some shoes and pants and a sweatshirt, and we thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if we had a Bluey hype chain to go with that outfit? So that's what I want to make. Now, what we're going to be doing as in the process of making this artwork, the process that we're going to be using can certainly be useful for other projects as well. So you got to just kind of put your thinking caps on and say, well, how can we use these same kind of methods for various different projects that we might want to do ourselves? So I'm going to be using CorelDRAW for this example, but the process that I'm going to go through, it can really be done in any graphics program. So if you don't have CorelDRAW, my next go-to would be Inkscape. It's totally free, it's open source, and it's a great program for doing the exact, almost step for step what I'm going to be doing in CorelDRAW, you could do in Inkscape as well. You could use Canva, anything that's capable of making an SVG file. There's multiple different graphics programs out there. So with all that said, let's go ahead and begin the process. So what we need to do, first of all, is hit File and import the PNG in question, which is Bluey 12 is what I'm going to be using. And then there's Bluey. So we're going to come up here to Trace Bitmap, and we're going to do a low quality trace. And CorelDRAW and Inkscape both are really, really good at converting artwork into vectors. So let's go ahead and choose colors. We're going to choose 5 colors for this example. Now our AMS on our A1 light that I have, or I have the A1, so I have the AMS light, it is only capable of 4 colors. But because I want to do a couple of things here, I wanted to back off and choose 5 colors instead. We're going to back off our smoothing here a little bit. There we go. I'm a little bit happier with that result. So now we can go ahead and, I don't know, the corner smoothness, maybe we'll bump that up a little bit, see if that has any impact. Doesn't look like it has a lot of impact. So let's go ahead and choose OK. Now remember, we chose 5 colors. So we'll go ahead and choose OK. And you can see the software did a pretty good job of converting. If we go to wireframe mode, we see all of our paths now. So we know that we have a nice little Bluey here. All right, but you can see he has 27 objects. And let's ungroup that, right click and ungroup. Now, we don't want to bring that hot mess into Bamboo Studio, for sure. We want to minimize this. So let me show you how we do it. It's really simple. This little stripe here by a snout, we're going to select the snout and merge those 2 colors together. So now it's just going to be like that. All right. So now what we want to do is all of these light blue pieces, we're going to select all of them. So select one, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, shift click, and we'll click here, here, and here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and merge or weld all of those together. So now all of our white bits look like that. Okay. So now how many colors do we have? We have dark blue, light blue, white, and tan. Okay, that's what we're after. So now we're going to take our tan bits. We're just clicking and then shift clicking, weld. Okay, now all of our tan bits are one shape. Now we're going to take all of our dark blue here. There's some dark blue there, there, and I believe this piece. Let's see. Did we get it all? We got most of it. Did we get it all now? All but his eye. We need his eye. There we go. Weld it all together. And now you can see, in fact, we do have it all. So now what's left here is all of the light blue pieces. Okay, so we'll select all of our light blue here. And we can even do his nose and his hand. Let's see. Yes, we have all of the light blue. Oh, his eyebrows. We forgot his eyebrows. All right, now we got it all. Okay, so now we can go ahead and weld all that together. So what do you see over here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we want to see when we go into Bamboo Studio. But I want to be complicated and difficult and do some other things here. So the next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and select all of Bluey. Let's go ahead and resize him to our finished dimension, which in this case is going to be 7 inches tall. And I want to go ahead and select him again. And we're going to create a boundary object. You just click right here. It says create boundary. And all that does is it creates one solid Bluey. Okay. Now this is the part where it gets maybe a little bit confusing. But just kind of follow along here. And once we get into Bamboo Studio, this will all come together for you, okay? So the first thing that we want to do is we want to apply a small outline all the way around our perimeter here. Doesn't have to be super big, something like that. We're going to break the contour group apart. Now, this original outline we no longer need, okay? But we're going to send this to the very bottom of our layer stack, and then we're going to right click and drag on our blue ear to that shape in back. Okay, so there we go. So if I delete this shape, watch the blue part. If I delete this shape, boop, nothing really happened when I did that, right? Visually, nothing really changes. And one thing, when I pull this out, I want you to see this. When I pull this out, you see how it's completely solid, right? Well, we do need a piece that is completely solid. But I need to duplicate this and modify it and change things. And I'm hoping that you can understand what we're doing. Even if you don't understand it here, don't panic. Because once we get into Bamboo Studio, what we're about to do will make perfect sense. Okay? So, here's what I need to do. Right now we have this one solid piece. All right? We're going to need multiple copies of this. So, we're going to just select that blue shape and hit plus. And let's just give it some other color. We'll say red. And then, let me think here. We're going to need one more color. Let's choose orange. Okay. And then let's go ahead and create a new layer, because I think this might help us a little bit if we go ahead and create a new layer. So let's do that. So there's our new layer. And what we want to do is we have our blue version of our outline, we have our red version, and we have our orange version. So the rest of these pieces, let's put on layer 2, and let's turn that off for a moment. And instead of orange, let's go like a green color. All right, and let's take all of these. We don't need an outline on any of them. Okay, so we have a green outline, a red outline, and the original blue outline. Okay, so this is the part that's going to be a little bit confusing. Let's go ahead and create another layer. And let's move, for simplicity's sake, let's move those to that layer. And let's turn off that. So what I want to do that's going to complicate this project a little bit is I want to personalize this medallion. And so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to say, got to make sure we're back on layer 1. So we're going to type in Christmas 2025. Maybe we'll do it like this, and then we'll do it like this. Love, Dad. Okay, so you might want to do something like this too. You might want to personalize some things too. You never know. Christmas 2025, and then as far as the font goes, we're going to just stick with Arial, but I do want to make it Arial bold, and we can come in here and we can maybe squish this text down a little bit. I don't know. And we're going to bring it over here to Bluey, resize it a little bit. Okay. That's probably pretty close to the size I want. Now we're going to convert it to curves. So now it's no longer text. We're going to flip it over backwards. We'll give it some kind of color here. Doesn't really matter what. And let's just bring it over here and rotate it a little bit. Now you're going to say, what in the world? Why is this thing backwards? Well, I'm not even going to try to explain it to you. So we're going to get there. Just bear with me, okay? We're going to get there. So on the blue outline, what we're going to do is we're going to take our text that we just created and our blue outline and trim away, okay? So notice we now have a hole in our blue outline. Perfect. All right. So now what we want to do is let's take layer 3 and put it below layer 2 here. So this is layer 3. Let's go ahead and turn on layer 3. And you notice that layer 3 has the red and the green. All right. Red and the green. And so the red we're not going to do anything with. We're not going to modify the red at all. And what we're going to do for green is everywhere there is an object sitting on top of green, we need to trim green. So we have 3 objects. We have the blue, this tan, and the pink. We need to trim out green. So we would take the tan, shift click green, hit the trim, and you will see there it is. We see the red below. Okay. Then we have the light blue and the green trim. If we move the light blue, now it has a hole. And then finally the pink and the green, and trim that too. And now you will see what green looks like when it's all trimmed up. Okay? So there we go. So now we have Bluey right where we need him. All right? Now, again, this probably is not going to make a whole lot of sense to you why we have all these different things going on, but just bear with me and it'll all come together in the end here. So let's go ahead and export this now as an SVG. So we're going to call it Bluey 222. I already had a Bluey 222, but we're going to change it to Bluey again. All right. So there you go. So that is the end of our artwork creation process. Now, you don't know exactly what we did and why we did it, but in part 2, where we bring this artwork into Bamboo Studio, we reveal it all. All right, so I will link to part 2 in this video description below, so you can click right into it and see exactly what we did and why we did it, so that when you go to create your next project, you'll be able to be a step ahead and know exactly how to handle some things. Thanks for watching.